Joining us now is Adeleye Sunday Oladimeji. He's an engineer and the managing director, Talent Engineering Services. He has over 30 years field experience in fire management. Very warm welcome.
Thank you very much.
Let's look at the entire indices. Would you say that safety measures were taken, no water hydrants, not even a fire truck in such a gigantic mall
facility, yeah.
A facility like that? Is that right?
Well, they probably have some safety measures in place, but we agree that it was not sufficient.
How insufficient or how sufficient could it have been?
Well, I want to believe the fundamental of it all was not in place.
What are these fundamentals? The public want to know. Tell us, you are the expert here.
The bedrock of any fire safety system is the detection system. That's the trigger of any fire system. We have what we call cause and effect. Are you getting It's like a Boolean logic. You start from a trigger to an action. When the trigger is missing, the action is usually very insufficient, or it is delayed in responding. And that's exactly what happened.
Could you help us understand in a very simple way, that the ordinary Nigerian who's not an expert, can glean from your expertise in a way that they can begin to put those measures in place? But from where you stand, observing the way that inferno, engulfed the whole, shopping complex. Can you what questions would you be asking as an investigator, as a fire expert in this particular scenario? What would you be asking?
There's always a signature of fire. It won't start just like that, engulfing the whole place. It will start gradually. What did we do at the point of the inception? How did we control it? How did we detect it? Did we, have any measure in place for the detection system to trigger the notification? Was there any notification at all?
Like a fire alarm?
Like a bell, like a siren, like for those are visual, something visual.
For the hearing impaired.
For the those are for visual. If those things are not in place, we are always coming back to the same point of this colossal loss.
Would you also be asking the question of a possibility of an arson attack?
I disagree with that.
Could it have been an explosion?
Well, a lot of things can cause explosion in such an environment. You probably have a fire, an insecticide in such an environment. It's a mall, and when that is highly inflammable, even air freshener is highly inflammable because they are under pressure. A lot of things could cause explosion within that environment.
In future, to prevent this kind of situation, to prevent another, next incident. What are the basic things that huge facilities like the Next or a banner, another shopping mall that actually went up in flames, and there's so many shopping malls and other, huge facilities. What are the things that should be in place to prevent this from happening?
The basic thing should be in place.
Like what?
Detection system. Early detection is the solution. Once you have early detection, response becomes swift. Fire service response quicker. Because without detection, there are no magicians. They will not be able to pick it up.
And you said that their response time to this incident was quite slow. Considering the fact that it's even in the Federal Capital Territory, you don't have traffic.
Whether it is the next door, as long as there is nothing to notify you, you are no magicians. You will not respond until you are notified.
Should there be a centralized system?
Yes.
That can help both the fire service and other managers of such facilities to quickly know that such a situation is,
It's
happening. About to happen. Yes.
If you look at that of Ebano, you would have seen it from the video clips that went into the social media.
Yeah.
That the young lady played a prank, and when the fire started, there was no detection whatsoever within the vicinity. So the fire escalated before whoever was to responded, and by which time it was beyond the control of the local people.
Are there laws that actually make it mandatory for facilities to have those basic things that you talk about, like fire alarm system?
There are bidding codes in place. Okay. We just are not implementing.
All right, thanks so very much. Adeleye Oladimeji is an engineer and fire safety and detection expert for coming on news.